All right, in this video I want to show you how to do a fireplace. So I'm just going to add my vanishing point in the middle. I'm going to do a fireplace on the wall, and then I'm also going to do a fireplace back here so that you can kind of see the difference between the two. And so I'm going to start by putting my ruler to the side of my paper and coming in and deciding where do I want my fireplace to start. So I want my fireplace to start right here. Now most fireplaces, there's usually some type of like a little something that kind of pops out of the wall just a little bit. It's not actually flush up against the wall. Some are, but I'm going to do one that's kind of flush up against the wall. A fireplace is very similar to kind of a doorway, I guess. It's just a lot smaller. So you want to be thinking about how can you take what you've already learned in perspective and kind of change it into something else. So if you had like a flush fireplace, this might be your fireplace, and then you would decide how far back is your fireplace going to go. So your fireplace may go that far back, and maybe that's the back of your fireplace. And then this would be the corner of the insert, and then maybe you'd have some logs that would be in here, and then again these logs, if you had logs that went back to the fireplace, back in the fireplace, chances are they're going to go back to the vanishing point. And then you might have some flames, things like that. Now if you have, and usually if your fireplace is just flat, you might have some type of a decorative something that kind of goes around your fireplace, kind of a surround that is, so you might have something like that that goes up. If you have something that sticks out of your wall, then you're going to start with a line coming out from your wall here and then going straight up. This would be maybe a taller one, and then coming back. And then you have the side. So this would be if you had kind of like a fireplace that had more of like a mantle on it. And then you decide how far back is it going to go, and it's going to come down and then over and then up. And then from this corner to your vanishing point, actually I think we're not, because of the way we're seeing it, it's just going to look like this. We would be erasing the line in here. We would be erasing the line in here. Oh, but we forgot the front of our fireplace. So we also need to show kind of how thick our fireplace is. And so I'm going to start with here and going back. This is the part I think that I think I did this wrong. Why did I do this wrong? I think something like that. And this could be like the mantle up on top, but usually there's a something three-dimensional here. I think I'm not getting something right. There's something on this that's just looking a little, maybe I need to create a thickness. I think that's what it is. There's got to be like a little thickness here to the front of this. There we go. Much better. Now you can see kind of the fireplace kind of popping out, and then this would go back, deciding how far back is your fireplace going to be, and then something along those lines, and then your logs would be again in through here. So if I had logs in here, I would be placing those logs something like that, erasing the lines from inside. And then sometimes if you have anything that pops out, usually there is some type of I did something wrong here. There's something wrong. I should have done, this is coming back, which means this should have ended here and this should have ended here. There we go. That's better. Do you see how these two pieces on the fireplace over here have to end on the same line going back to the vanishing point? That's where I made my mistake. This is what happens when you try and draw videos and show people what to do as you're doing it instead of doing a practice first, which is what I should have done. So then that would be coming back this way. You would have your logs still in the fire. But sometimes, so let's say this is your kind of your fireplace area, and you might have a screen that comes up, or sometimes you might have kind of these little, I don't remember even what they look like, but there's like little feet or whatever that come across. And then sometimes with different fireplaces, you will have, if you have a wood floor, you might have some other type of design or something within your floor that might do something like this, where, so this is the inside of your, this would be inside your fireplace, and then you have something that's starting from, and actually this, all the fire should be happening past this point. All right guys, sorry, I'm making quite a few mistakes on this particular fireplace. So your fireplace, your fire would be inside this box. So your fire would stay inside this box, right in through here. This is where your fire would take place. Your fire would be in here, inside the firebox, with your flue up here, and then up top you could have something where maybe you have, I don't know, little decorative things, candles. Maybe there's a mirror above your fireplace going back to your vanishing point. So you get the idea. And then usually there's some type of, it could be a tile or something here, or just a solid piece of granite or some type of stone. So if the fire, if the little pieces of the fire happen to fall out, they're not going to catch the carpet or anything on fire. So that's how you do this type of a fireplace. And I'm sorry that seemed a little complicated and long, and hopefully you're going to get it. If you're doing a fireplace back here, you would be starting with just deciding how big you want your fireplace to be. And then that looks like a really huge fireplace because we don't want it to be that big. So that's further away. So maybe we only have our fireplace be this big. And you could put in built-in shelves on the back. You could put some shelving going all the way across, or maybe these are bookshelves. And this is your fireplace going back. I'm going to bring this back and bring this back, up, up, come across, and then you'd have your fire in through here, and then you could do your here's your mantle. And then if you wanted to show the mantle going back, that would go back this way. This would go back this way. Maybe another. Actually, this would probably come out further. And then it would go back this way and across. So, and then you, again, you could have little things up here. And then you've got your fire and your logs down in through here. So hopefully that would that could help you with different ways of creating the fire pit or the fireplace. Okay?